Hey yo guys, Steph here, and welcome to a brand new video. Today we'll be taking a look at Ninjala, a game that just released a little while ago, and I want to do something different. So this is not going to be a full review, that's why I'm in my computer and with Perry the Platypus instead of your usual set. This is a game developed by Gunho Online Entertainment, and it's a free-to-play, hack-and-slash, battle royale, team battle game with an emphasis on customization and microtransactions. There's a lot to unpack in this game, but let's take into consideration the fact that this is a free online game that just released, so I'm gonna cut it some slack when it needs to. Let's talk about the gameplay first. Ninjala is an online hack-and-slash game, which is a game style that can either make or break the experience. Lucky for us, they made the main aspect of the game pretty fun. Hack and slash games are all about combos and flashy moves, but they also need to be able to control properly. If not, the game becomes a clusterfuck and just sucks. To me, Ninjala has the right amount of complexity and simplicity, checking all the right boxes. First, when you approach an enemy, you can lock onto them, making the gameplay better by a mile. You can guard by holding the left trigger, blowing a bubble. You can also shoot said bubble at enemies, and if it lands, it can either slow or stun the enemy. In Ninjala, you can regular attack and have a 3-hit combo, the last attack launching the enemy into the air. By attacking again, you can start juggling your enemy with a 3-hit air combo. But here's where the game changes things up. Aside from the health bar, you also have a gun meter. This meter allows you to do special actions depending on the weapon that you're using. Here you also have an area recovery, that at the cost of 2 cells of the gun meter allows you to get away from a combo or juggle by regaining control over your character and dodging by pressing the L button. Upon recovery, you can also counterattack, and here's the unique mechanic Ninjala added, the clash function. If 2 players attack each other at the same time, they will clash their weapons, prompting a rock-paper style quick time event. You have to push the stick in a direction contrary to the enemies, and if you do it correctly, you'll deal massive damage. If not, you take damage instead. And if you're wondering how is this a good mechanic, considering that it might leave you vulnerable to other enemies ganging up on you, fear not. The weapons clashing generates a shockwave that knocks back any player that tries to get inside your duel. So the only way outside sources can damage you is with ultimate abilities or long range attacks. The problem with this mechanic, however, is the fact that I don't understand it that well. And I still don't know how to consistently take advantage of it. Maybe you get better at it as you play, like these mind games in rock paper scissors? I don't know, only time will tell if that's the case. Ultimate abilities are attacks that do massive damage. These charge over time and are super fun to use, and satisfying as hell when you land multiple hits on enemies. My favorite one right now is the Gum Tornado. Now that we got the essential combat out of the way, we can talk about the weapons. You have 12 different weapons unlocked right from the start. Being hammers that are a little bit slow, but they do massive damage and excel at stunning enemies. JoJo's that have long-range attacks that can catch stragglers really easily, and swords that are the all-round weapon of choice. They do massive damage and they can be really versatile when it comes to their moveset. All of the weapons have different loadouts and playstyles. The diversity is really welcome in this type of game, so I think it's great that you can pick whatever you want right from the start. On Twitter, I've already seen people doing combos to 100 to 0 your enemies, so I love the idea of having different weapons with different combos that everyone can pick up and understand. Ninjala also has a huge emphasis on mobility, allowing the players to fly for a short time or running on walls, allowing the developers to have the potential to create huge stages with a bunch of verticality, with the only 2 stages that we have right now being the example of it. Game modes are really fun, but the only difference between them is the fact that one is a battle royale and the other is a team battle. In both, you do the same thing, destroy drones and defeat enemies to rack up points. Thankfully, what you do is really fun. Another interesting mechanic is that during matches, after destroying a certain amount of drones, you can make your weapon bigger, and hence make it do more damage. This mechanic makes these modes all the more dynamic, making the player focus on various objectives to achieve victory. At the end of the match, the game gives out extra points to whoever got the most kills and to the player that destroyed the most drones. This main game mode is great, but I'm looking forward to more diverse modes, like how Splatoon implemented them during its more active years. Maybe adding a capture the flag mode. That could be interesting. Gameplay alone should be more than enough to keep the attention of players, and I can see myself going back to Ninjala every now and then. The problem is that not everything is fine and dandy, so in our next episode, talking about Ninjala, I'm going to tell you my growing concerns that I have towards this game. Until then, if you like the video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of my content, consider subscribing. If you like this style of video, hey, tell me in the comments. Give a like. I will be more than pleased to see that you guys like something new that I'm trying. Check out the Indie Grounds, check out my regular episodes. My last episode was on the Wonderful 101, you can check it out here, and I will see you guys pretty soon. Take care.